we're going to put you to work. And I think the first song up there is I'll Be Home for Christmas. And Jim Calhoun told me that in 1952, this was the most hated song in Europe. And you say, why? Because all the servicemen in Europe were ticked off because this is all the song they played all the time, I'll Be Home for Christmas, and they weren't coming home. So, yeah, it wasn't. So, Joyce will start and I'll be home for Christmas, you can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dream. I'll be home for Christmas, you can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dream, if only in my dream. Not bad, not bad. I have to tell you a story about, every time I sing the song about presents, when I was the pastor in Uniontown, we got a lot of poinsettias for Christmas, and we didn't have enough stands to put them on. So I would always go to the funeral director, and because they had all the stands. And so I would call up Steve Hawkey a couple weeks before, and he said, yeah, just come down and pick them up. So I went down to pick them up, and the funeral home was dark. They didn't have any layouts. And so I'm walking around the funeral home, and I noticed in the embalming room, the door was open a little bit and the light was on. And so I rapped on the door and I said, Steve, are you in there? He said, yeah. He says, come on in. I said, Steve, you don't have a body in there, do you? He said, no. He says, come on in. Guess what he was doing? He was wrapping his Christmas presents on the embalming table. I said, Steve, what are you doing? He says, this is the only room that my wife and my kids will not come in. And this is where I hide all the loot, and then I wrap it up and then take it home on Christmas Eve. And I thought, so every time I see presents on the tree, I think of Steve in the funeral home. Okay.